All right, folks, this is Harris Sultan. Remember these two clowns? These two geniuses who thought that it's a very smart idea to jump in front of a camera and let their innermost, wildest imaginations go public? If you don't remember, let me remind you who these idiots are. This Israeli guy ran into these two Sydney nurses who pretended to be doctors. Thank goodness they're not. Have a listen to that interaction.
You know what? Oh, shit.
How are you, man?
Good, how are you, my man?
Pretty good. Are you a nurse, a doctor?
I'm a doctor, my man.
A doctor? For what?
In hospital. What about you? Where are you from?
I'm from Israel, from the Holy Land.
You know what? I'm going to be really honest with you.
All right.
I'm going to be really honest with you. You actually got a really, really beautiful eyes.
You know, we never actually noticed that. Did you hear the first ooh at the start? He was actually mesmerized by his eyes. Have a listen. It took him, what, nearly 23 seconds to come to that. Have a listen to this. Look at this. As soon as the camera's turned on, he goes, ooh.
You know what? Oh, shit.
How are you, man?
He's mesmerized. He's like, oh my God. I think at that point, he really, really liked him.
Good.
He's mesmerized. He's like, yeah, good. How are you?
How are you, my man?
Pretty good. Are you a nurse, a doctor?
I'm a doctor, my man.
A doctor? For what?
In hospital. What about you? Where are you from?
I'm from Israel, from the Holy Land.
You know what?
You know what? I really like you, but damn it, you're Israeli.
I'm going to be really honest with you.
All right.
I'm going to be really honest with you. You actually got a really, really beautiful eyes.
Thank you, man.
Afghans have actually got one of the highest rates of homosexuality. Just letting you know, this guy's Afghan. He was kind of seduced by him, but now that he knows that he's an Israeli, he's a Jew, sorry, I can't go there.
But I'm so upset that you're Israeli. Like, eventually you're going to get killed and you're going to go to Jahannam, inshallah. Like, these pretty eyes, they should stay in this world for longer.
Why do you think? Why do you think I'm gonna get killed?
It's Palestine's country, not your country. You piece
how are
of
you?
shit.
What's your name?
One day,
one day,
your time will come and you will die the most.
We spread
listen to me.
Peace.
Listen to me.
And
when
you spread
when your time comes.
How are you, doctors?
Wait. I want you to remember my face.
Okay,
so
okay.
You can understand
Gotcha.
That you will
I have a question though.
Death.
All right, for sure. I have a question though. I have a question. Let's say an Israeli. God forbid.
I won't treat them. I'll kill them.
You'll kill them? So if an Israeli is in Australia and God forbid something happened to him and he comes to your hospital, would you kill him?
You have no idea how many Israeli Khara dog came to this hospital and I sent him to Jahannam. I literally sent him to Jahannam.
So at that point, we thought that this was hyperbole, okay? At that point, we thought that maybe they're exaggerating it, they're just angry, they just want to piss him off. So let's not blow it out of proportion, yeah? But guess what? As it turns out, it's not only us who feared that, or we were trying to take advantage of a heat of the moment conversation. But as it turns out, the hospital staff, the non-Muslim hospital staff of Bankstown Hospital also feared that maybe some of their Muslim doctors and nurses are killing Jewish people. How do we know this? Remember the Bondi terrorist attack? A Jewish woman was taken to the same hospital and they changed her name to an Anglo-sounding name because they thought if the Muslim nurses or doctors find out that she's a Jew, then they might kill her. Can you believe this? Even the hospital staff or the hospital management does not believe in their own Muslim staffers. Have a listen to this. This is so pathetic. A Sydney hospital in an Islamic neighborhood secretly changed the name and religion of a Jewish Bondi shooting victim because staff could not be trusted if her Jewish identity was known. After video surfaced of two Muslim nurses at a nearby hospital saying they would kill Jewish patients.
Next day, just before operation, some administration staff came and she said, "We have to change your name." And I said, "Why?" And she said, "To keep media from you." And they cut my band and they put me new band with Karen John without any.
So her name is Rosalia. Her name is Rosalia Schickberg, which apparently is a very Jewish name. I don't even know. It's a very Jewish name. So they don't want their hospital staffers to find out that she is a Jew. So they changed her name to Karen Jones. They picked the most Anglo name that they could pick. Little do they know that these people will eventually turn on Karens and Johns and Thomases as well.
I was so scared and so upset. I went not long ago through the shooting, and hardly we all been in life. And I start to remember not long ago, the two people from Bankstown Hospital, they openly threatening to kill Jews when they will come to a hospital. So I was so scared, my husband and my family.
Anyway, so the question is, if you know that you have these people, you obviously know that you have integration and assimilation problem. If your own hospital staff, if your own management does not trust its own people, its own staffers, okay, it's quite a different thing to say, you know what, all Muslims are like that, because you don't know them, you don't have a personal connection. But if your own employer, your own colleagues think that, ooh, amongst us, we might have some people who might be capable of doing something like that, you clearly have a problem, Australia. You haven't been paying attention. You haven't been listening. And this is not it. This is not it. Want to know more? At the same time, this is the kind of debate we are having. So on the one hand, we are so scared of these kind of professionals who happen to be Muslims. Apparently, they actually say, don't call us radical Muslims, okay? It's not my words, their words. They actually don't want us to say it's radical Islam. They want us to say it's proper Islam, okay? Stop saying radical and extremist Islam. Top Imam demand after Scott Morrison called for Muslim reform. So I'm not going to say these guys are radical or extremist Muslim. They're just Muslims, okay? And they're following just Islam, which tells them to hate the Jews and Christians, okay? So when we know that we have these people, we have Muslims, there was, I don't have to add radical extremists. When we have Muslims who we know are going to hurt us, kill us, we have a problem. But at the same time, this is being discussed on the ABC.
What now?
Yeah.
This guy is a clown.
How's it going to stop that?
It was such a condescending intervention to have been made in the way that it was from where it was. I completely agree. If you are serious about wanting to make a meaningful contribution to social cohesion in this country, you meet people where they are and with respect. You don't stand on the pulpit on the other side of.
No, the time for respect is gone. There is an ideology that hates us, that in the Quran it says Jews and Christians are worst of creatures. You're worse than pigs and goats and sheep and cows. Well, you're worst of the lot, okay? So, no, there is no respect. We don't have to give them respect. These people hate us. They want to kill us. And time for soft words is gone. We're going to call it out. And as I said, we used to qualify it like it's not just Muslims, you know, it's the extremist Muslims, it's the radical Muslims. It's not the true Islam. Well, I've always known it. But, you know, we were forced to say, no, it's radical Islam, extreme Islam. No, it's standard Islam. And Australia, you don't only have a problem, okay? You have an problem too. Have a look at this. This video just came out of Melbourne, okay? In Melbourne, our Premier, Jacinta Allen, set up machete collection bins a few months ago. And she thought that all these thugs, all these violent criminals who are mostly of heritage will just deposit their machetes. And we're going to go back to being the most livable city in the world, which we used to be for 10 years in a row. But now I think we're falling. We're falling very badly. Melbourne, oh boy, I don't know how to tell you where it hurts. It hurts. It really hurts. This is not the Melbourne that I first fell in love with. This used to be the best city in the world. Really was. So much so that even until very recently when I went to London and when I saw some European cities, I was like, Oh, wow. Now I get it why Melbourne keeps winning the award for the most livable city in the world. But no, this is Melbourne now. This is Melbourne you're looking at. It is happening pretty much everywhere on a daily basis. These are not your Aussie youth. These are your imported youth. And even if they're born and raised here, cultures matter. So, you know, if you come from a culture where violence is very common, then you're going to have these behaviors pan out, even if you're here for 1 or 2 generations. It's not going to change. In fact, it's actually going to double down. This behavior is going to double down. Okay, so these kids are going to have children of their own, and those children are going to see this behavior of their parents, and then they're going to emulate that. And then it's going to go on and on and on. I don't know, maybe we need 1 million years. Maybe we're going to need another 1 million years of evolution, social evolution, that is. So Australia is not doing that well. Guys, as you guys know, Spain has just announced that they're going to give Spanish citizenship to 500,000 illegal migrants. So what do illegal migrants do? They start pouring in. Look at this. They're coming. They're coming. They're like, hey, don't leave me behind. I want to be a Spaniard too. Look at all these futures Nadals and Carlos Alcarazes. They're coming in huge numbers. And look at this. Okay, let me show you this. This is an illegal migrant attacking a Spanish woman. And we don't know what's going on, but you know, this is a very Spanish behavior. Look at this. I think he took her bag and ran off. Nobody could do anything. Look, it's gone. You see that? Oh my goodness. 500,000 of these people are going to be given Spanish citizenships, so you can't even send them home. That's what's happening over there. It's happened on a small scale in Australia. I don't know. I think we've had a few sub-Saharan migrants in the early noughties and 2010s. They've grown up. Those kids are now 16, 17 years old, and they're doing what they know best, okay? This is not racist to say that. It's a cultural argument, okay? Some cultures are kinder to animals. Some cultures are kinder to children, women. Some cultures have less prevalence to violence. Some cultures have more prevalence to violence. This is no longer a racist argument. They can no longer silence us. They cannot guilt trip us. They cannot gaslight us and say that we're racist for simply pointing out the truth. Australia, you need to stand up. Otherwise, go down the way of the UK, France, Germany, pretty much the whole of Europe.